Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Maria and in this video I will be showing you a quick and simple makeup routine. This makeup look is something that I would use especially if I'm going to be going out for errands, if I want to look a little bit more put together and presentable, especially during Zoom meetings. And yeah, it's just a really quick and easy makeup look, and a lot of the items that I'm using are drugstore products. To get started, I just finished showering, which is why my hair is still wet. And before we get on with the makeup, I'm gonna be putting my hair up and away from my face. So I'm just gonna be using this quick hairband. And if I'm looking off to the side, it's because I'm looking at the camera finder. So I'm just gonna be putting my hair out of my face. So yeah, I already cleansed my face using Bioderma's cleanser, and I moisturized my face using Embryolise's Lick Creme Concentrate, or however you want to say it. I'm gonna get started using a concealer. The concealer that I'm using is the Clinique Beyond Perfecting Super Concealer, and I really like using this concealer because I find that it matches well with my skin tone. I am almost out. I find that I'm having to squeeze the tube a little bit more, so I am looking for a new concealer that I could use. So if you have any recommendations, please make sure to post a comment down below. So I will just be putting this under my eyes and around my nose where it's a little bit red. And I have a mirror right here. So I'm just putting that underneath my eyes. Yeah, see, I'm having to squeeze the tube because I'm running really low, which is sad because I really liked this concealer. And I normally don't wear foundation unless I have to go to like an event, like a wedding or anything more formal like that. I just like letting my skin breathe and just be in its natural state. And I'm lucky in a way where I don't have a lot of active pimples or anything like that. I do have hyperpigmentation and discoloration in terms of like previous acne spots that I've had. I do have like dark spots from there, but otherwise my skin is fairly clear, knock on wood, that it continues to be that way. So yeah, I'm just dabbing the concealer underneath my eyes just to warm up the product and blend that into my skin a little bit more. And ever since I was a young kid, I've always had dark under eyes, so this is something that I particularly focus my attention to in terms of just my facial features, I guess. I like covering up the dark circles there. And whatever product is left on my ring finger, I would just dab that around my nose where it's a little bit more red. Especially because I don't want it to be too heavy underneath my eyes and have it all get caked up. So I'm just dabbing the rest on my nose, around my nose, and underneath my eyes and over my eyelids, just to have a consistent color and base. So once that's all warmed up and blended into my skin, I will use a powder to set that. And the powder that I'm using is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Powder, and the color that I have is in Natural Beige. And as you can see, I've used it up quite a bit, and so I will be repurchasing this powder just because I really do like the consistency of it, and I like how the color matches well with my skin tone as well. And I just use this to set my under eyes. Because I'm running low, I have to kind of like really dab it and tap off any excess, and then I will put that around my eyes where I had the concealer and around my nose. I did order something from Sephora, and with that came the birthday gift, and what I chose was the Laura Mercier translucent powder. So I'm looking forward to trying that out and seeing how that works with my skin. And I thought that was perfect timing, especially because I am running low, and so once this is out, at least I have another powder that I could use and see if I like that with my skin tone and how that works with my skin. But if not, at least I could always buy another Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless powder because I know that it works well with my skin. So now that I've covered up my under eye circles and the redness around my nose, I am gonna be putting a little bit of color on my eyelids just to give it a little bit of depth and dimension. And the palette that I'm using is the Maybelline Matte Bar. I got this on sale in Shoppers. I got this for $6, And I found that I really like this palette because it's pretty basic colors, and yeah, I could play around with different shades. So now that I'm all zoomed in, I'm gonna be using this kind of caramelly color over here. It's called Grit in the back. So I'm gonna be using this flat eyeshadow brush. I really want it to be natural and not that noticeable, I guess. So I'm just gonna use really basic colors and nothing crazy or anything like that. So I'm gonna be putting that all over my eyelid and just dabbing that. And it just gives it a little bit of dimension. Doing that again with the other eye. So yeah, it's just that one eyeshadow that I'm gonna be using really. I don't really do anything crazy in terms of eye makeup looks. I just use the eyeshadow. Sometimes I don't even wear an eyeshadow and just put an eyeliner in. So now that I've put eyeshadow all over my eyelids, I am gonna be using an eyeliner just to define my eyes a little bit more. And the eyeliner that I'm using is the Stila Stay All Day liquid eyeliner. I just do a really thin line on my eyes. I feel like I really have to concentrate when I'm doing this. So yeah, I just do a really thin eye. So I start in the middle of my eye and work my way out. Then once I've done the middle going out, then I work my way in. I am gonna be putting lip balm before I forget, just to prep my lips for the lipstick later on. The lip balm that I'm using is the Avène Cold Cream Lip Balm, and I really like this. Really moisturizes my lips. I use this in the morning and in the evening before I go to bed, and I wake up with my lips all moisturized and it's not flaky or anything. The next step that I'm gonna do is just a quick blush, and the blush that I'm using is this Essence blush. Shade is in Beloved, and I'm just gonna be using a angled brush. So I'm just gonna be putting that on the apples of my cheeks. I'm gonna be kind of smiling a little bit just to find the apples of my cheeks and putting that on there. And I'm gonna be blending that towards my temples. And I'm doing that kind of like in a downward motion. So now that I put my blush on, I am gonna be putting a little bit of highlight on the top of my cheekbones and underneath my eyebrows, just to kind of lighten that up a little bit. And the product that I'm using is the Nuxe Huile Prodigieuse. I'm sure I'm butchering that. It's a really nice shimmery kind of product that can be used on your face, on your body. It's a multi-purpose product, and you could use that on your hair as well. So I'm just gonna be putting a little bit on the palm of my hand. Unfortunately, I didn't get the spray form, so I'm gonna be using what's on the palm of my hand, dabbing that and putting that on the top of my cheekbones just to highlight that a little bit more. And the highlight that it has is really, really nice. It's not overly glittery, it's just a really subtle shimmer. And I'm also gonna be putting that underneath my eyebrows instead of like a powder highlight, because I don't have a powder highlight and I don't have a highlight for my face as well. So I thought I might as well use this because it's multi-purpose. If you want, you could also put it on top of your Cupid's bow, and a little really goes a long way. I don't know if you could see it, but on the camera. So now that I've done that, now I'm just gonna be curling my eyelashes and putting mascara on. I've had this for like over 10 years. This is the Shu Uemura curler that I got for Christmas. Yeah, I believe it was like 10 years ago, was it? Because I was still in university at the time. For my lashes, I'm gonna be using the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise, and I'm gonna be starting at the base and working my way up. And I have the typical Asian lashes where it's really, really straight and it doesn't really hold a curl unless you have really good mascara, which this one does. This one is. And so I really enjoy using this. And I'm gonna be putting that on my other eyelashes. My second to last step is gonna be doing my eyebrows. And what I'm gonna be using is just this Essence Make Me Brow Gel. And I really, really enjoy this. It matches really well with the color of my brows. And the color that I'm using is in, I don't know if it says, Brownie Brows. I'm gonna start my way from the outside and work my way in, and it just gives me a little bit of color, and I don't have to, you know, worry about using a brush or anything like that because this has enough color for it. And this also helps tame my eyebrows. So I'm gonna start from the outside where I'm gonna dispose most of the product, and then once I'm satisfied, I'm gonna be working my way inwards. And it just gives like a really natural kind of look. If I want it a little bit darker, I'm just gonna go over it again. All right, so now I'm almost done. I've done my whole face. The last step is just putting lipstick on. And the lipstick that I'm using is the Revlon Toast of New York. And it's this really nice kind of brownie red color. So this is what it looks like. And because I've already put lip balm on my lips, it's all ready for the lipstick. I really like this lipstick because it's really nice and creamy. And this is just a little bit of color on my lips. And it's not drying or anything like that. So yeah, this is the full makeup look. If you liked it, please make sure to give this video a like for the YouTube algorithm, subscribe down below, and hit the bell notification so that you'll get notified when I post new content. Thanks everyone for watching, and I hope that you all have a great day. Bye!